Well, you yourself are saying industry is finding it very expensive, and I hope you see me as a part of the industry.
Okay. But sir, do you think at some level this is an auction that operators cannot afford to not participate in, because 700 megahertz is extremely important as far as data is concerned?
No, I think data is carried on all the bands. I mean, 2300, 2500 are very good established data bands now, 1800, 900. So the 700 propagation is better than others. So the question is, you do analysis of cost benefit and then take a decision. From what has come out, it appears to probably the entire industry that it's a level which is going to be not giving you the cost benefit analysis that you need.
But sir, do you think the device ecosystem or the overall ecosystem has actually developed for 700 megahertz to be auctioned right now? Or are we a couple of years ahead of this auction actually coming?
Airtel has given in its response in the consultation to TRAI that don't do this auction for some time, precisely for the same reason, because the ecosystem is very tiny. And India must always benefit from the scale of ecosystem. And if you look at 2300 band now, it's been 6 years. Only now activity has started. So have we lost 4 or 5 years? The fact is yes. And in some senses, 25-30% of the time of the period of the spectrum, which has gone in thin air. So I would say we should always look at mature ecosystems.
Right. Sir, if you look at it in terms of the overall the government is expecting around 5.5 lakh crore rupees from this auction. Do you fear that this could actually mean a huge financial burden on the sector? How much does that worry you?
Well, first of all, we don't know what the government wants. This is a TRAI recommendation. And we've seen in the past the government has always looked at the TRAI recommendations and made certain calibrations. So let's see what finally comes out. But the industry will have to see from its side what cost-benefit analysis, as I said. And it's my view that industry, at least companies like us, have got now sufficient spectrum in the past for us to make a judicious decision of what to buy, where to buy, what not to buy.
Okay. Sir, we are a couple of weeks away from Reliance Jio's launch. How significant will the impact be on incumbents like Bharti Airtel of a Reliance Jio launch? And do you think at this stage not having 700 megahertz band could actually put Bharti Airtel at some sort of a disadvantage?
Well, 700 is not even developed, so there's very nothing that 700 is going to do for anyone. You'll sit on this spectrum for some time, start to sweat out to develop the ecosystem. I mean, we already have enough spectrum in various data bands. And as you know, we are the largest 4G provider in the country today. Airtel equals to 4G today. 4G belongs to Airtel very clearly. The networks are doing well. More and more sites are coming up. So I would say Airtel is well positioned, but equally I think the market is awaiting Jio's launch, and let's see what comes out of the launch. Clearly, as I have said earlier, Reliance is a formidable player, and they will try to make a space for themselves. But equally, I think Airtel and the other few established operators will also participate in that new data growth or the broadband growth that we are seeing.
My last question to you, sir. Do you buy the regulator's argument that this much of spectrum, when it is put for auction, it will address the entire call drop problem?
Oh, it will certainly help. Any additional amount of spectrum that comes up mitigates the problems of putting up more towers. It's a simple mathematical equation. More spectrum means you can get away with lesser towers. So you can pack more capacity in a single tower. Currently in the area of NDMC and some of the outlying MCD areas, I think if you can have more spectrum, suddenly you'll have a burst of oxygen and you'll see quality of network going up.
My last question to you, sir. There was an expectation that spectrum caps would probably be revisited. TRAI has not done that. How disappointed are you, and how big a hit will that really be on larger players like yourself?
I think they have resolved the problem by offering a large amount of spectrum pool into the next auction. Once the pool becomes larger, I think you can live with a 25% band. We would have wanted this to go to 33%, but I think the problem is solved with a large amount of spectrum being offered.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.